Hey guys, girls, everybody else from around the country. I'm actually in Noonan, Georgia. This was kind of like unexpected. That's actually pretty cool right there. I don't know if you can see it, but Goza Motor Company, Dodge trucks. It's a Dodge dealership from way back in the day. No, but I'm doing a little bit of railroad stuff today. And I thought this was kind of cool, and I'd figure I would search this area and see if there's anything cool to see over here, which I found the location of the old railroad station for Noonan, Georgia. This is pretty cool over here. A lot of it's all obviously railroad company, so I don't want to go trespassing too much here. But you don't get a chance to see too many railroad diamonds. Not to mention an old railroad coal tower where they used to fill the steam engines with coal. The train used to stop at the old station over here, and it was able to pull up right to that spot right there. There would have been a water, that might be it right there. There would have been a water tower here also. Water tower and coal. But check out the railroad diamond. I don't see too many of those. But yeah, you can see there's a cap right there. So that looks like it was the water tower area. But how cool is that? You don't see too many of those left either. Whole coaling station. But right here, right at the crossroads, I would call it the crossroads. I mean, you have one railroad that goes that way off into one section of town, comes from that way, and you got one going the opposite way. So how cool was that? You had two railroads right here where the old railroad station used to be. And I'm actually standing, all these rocks right here, underneath these rocks is a concrete pad. You can see it right here. This was part of the old railroad station. I'm assuming there was probably a freight building here. And it is cool rock. It's kind of neat. Anyway, here's the old diamond. They just put a new one in. This is pretty neat. I'll fall and bust my ass over here. But right here, what I'm standing on right now is actually the other part of the foundation from the railroad station that's not covered over with rocks. And I do some railroad explorations also, which is pretty cool. I do have a bunch of railroad people that follow me. But you can see there was a ramp right here that led into the building. The end of the wall went right here, so this was the actual railroad building. The other pad on this side was most likely the freight part of it. There's a pipe going down in the ground over there. Might have been the bathroom area. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a train go by. Now, there would have been a platform out here. You can see where this part here actually goes further back past the foundation of the building. So you would have walked out here, and you would have walked out to the platform for the to catch the train. Now, I also love, as you guys probably know, you've seen my videos, I look for bottles. So a lot of these old areas here where people, you can see they dump a lot of garbage. I love looking for old bottles. Oh boy, tripping over stuff. And not far from where I am right now is the old Coca-Cola bottling company. I tried to look for an area over there to look, but I didn't see anything. Right here, you can see the curb. It goes all the way down over here. Oh my goodness, I wish you guys can smell what I smell right now. There are a lot of barbecue places right near me, and being that it's around lunchtime, the smell that is coming from the area is unbelievable. But I'm just looking at this right here. I'm not sure exactly what it was. I almost want to say this might have been the platform. But obviously, this has all been redone and overgrown and whatnot. So, I mean, don't quote me on that. But I know there was definitely a station right there. And check this out. Look at this. You know what this is? This is an actual brake shoe for a train. See, I'm looking for old bottles. I need to get lucky on these spots over here, where people dump stuff. Let me look around and see if I can find anything. Check this out. Found a cool knife. Could be a murder weapon for all I know. The wood part is gone though. We'll save that. But I don't see nothing. I mean, there are some bottles here, but nothing old yet. But I'm going to keep looking. All right, so we were looking at that stuff over here. You can see where the original platform was. And people would have stood on this platform and actually caught the train right here at the station. This is a better view of it. It's not so overgrown. Goes all the way down. Still got my eyes on some old bottles. What do we got here? I can see that it's broken, but this will kind of give you an idea what we're looking for here. Check it out. This is an old Coca-Cola bottle right here. It's too bad that it's broke. See, on crappy days like this is what you got to look for. Some of them Coca-Cola bottles, depending on what they are, they're worth a little bit of money. I don't really sell them. I just put them into my collection of stuff. Well, let's see what else I can find. All right, guys, I think I found something. Hold on a minute. All right, I had to switch hands here. So I just walked all the way down where you can see that tan building down there. All right, I walked on this side here. I didn't see nothing. Climbed up underneath that bridge, climbed up underneath the other side of the bridge, and I've been looking on this side here because there's a road up top there, okay? So you can see all the garbage scattered. You can see there's a new beer bottle up there, and people just toss it over the edge. Well, right there, do you see it? Right there. I think I found one. Now, remember, I'm looking for Coca-Cola bottles. So we are going to take our trusty knife, and we're going to dig it out right there. Let's see if it's an old one. I can do this with one hand here. I got my phone in one hand recording. Look. We got an old Coca-Cola bottle. Now remember, I'm in Noonan, Georgia. One of my last videos, if some of you guys are paying attention, I was in Macon, Georgia. Look at that, and it's not even broke. There we go. I came here to look for Coca-Cola bottles, and we found one. And you guys were with me. But anyway, Macon, Georgia, I found a Coke bottle, and it was actually from Macon, Georgia. So as I said, I'm in Noonan, Georgia. Let's look. Let's see if this one is old enough. It might not be old enough. I'm not sure because this is a white one. See how it's clear? This is a later one. Let's see if this one has a location. All right, so this one does not have a location on it, which kind of sucks, but still, it's a raised letter, old Coke bottle. It's a white bottle, though. It's not as old as some of the normal ones that I find, the green ones. But this is definitely an old one. So I'm going to look around a little more, see if I can find some more. And if I do, we'll dig them out together. All right, guys, I am back. I am going back and forth doing YouTube videos and my normal live Facebook videos. I got a lot of people on my Facebook that love my live videos. But this is the coal tower here. And let me show you how this thing used to work. There was double tracks under here at one time. This track would have been here. There would have been another track on that side. Up top here, and we will go a little closer, there's two chutes up here. And at one time, they were able to move. So you can move them from one track to the other. They had hinges on them. So the old steam engines used to come down through here. And while they were sitting at the station over there, they were able to refill with coal so they can continue their journey. Now, what's on this side, what you can't see, and it's all overgrown, there would have been another railroad track through here on this side. This was the, what would you call it? That was the track that they dumped the coal. The coal cars would come over here, dump the coal into this bin. All right. This bin would have had an elevator that went up all the way up with the full things of coal. And I'll show you how this worked. All right. Use your imagination here. Think there was another railroad track right here. And if you carefully look over there, there's a tunnel. That tunnel went underneath here. What the coal cars would do, the coal cars would actually dump their load, and it was a screw, a big metal screw that would spin. And as it spun, it pulled the coal into the bin. The bin was on a track system. See the discoloration from there to there? See the bolts that are broken? It goes all the way up. There's more bolts. It goes all the way to the top. On the other side would have been the same thing. There was a huge elevator here with a bin. Train unloaded, dropped coal. The screw pulled it into the bin. The bin, therefore, brought the coal all the way up to the top. And it would have had a big system up there that it would have walked across and filled that bin and that bin with coal. It actually would have dumped it in the middle. And what is up there is a V. It's like a triangle, like a V, okay? And when the coal got dumped in the middle, it basically filled up both. It filled up both bins. Right there in the middle is where the V is. And there's one bin. There's another bin right there. So, which is pretty cool. But that's how this thing worked. This is the old coaling tower down here in Noonan, Georgia. And somebody's got to document this stuff because one day it's going to be gone. Now, see, what the train used to do also, while it was filling up with coal, used to be able to fill up with water. Because steam engines obviously had water and coal. Here is where the... Oh, there's a track down there. But there's a pipe down there. This is where the water tower, you can see the things. I'm assuming, don't make an ass out of me, but this looks like the spot right here, being that you can see all these big bolts. This looks like the spot where they would have filled up the steam engine also, because the water, you figure the engine would have been right here. The coal tender would have been right about there. So it makes sense. I'm assuming that's what that is. So correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, let's see what else I can find. All right, so I had no luck. I just walked down the opposite side of the tracks down there. And You know how I was telling you about the station? The station was down that way with the platform, the coal towers up there. Well, this line also, you would have had a platform for the trains coming this way. You can see the outline of it right here. From here to the track, obviously. So I'm standing on what was once this platform for this side. So it would have actually been a really cool, and you can see it's cement in the middle here. It would have been a really cool train station because it would have been in the middle right there. And you would have platform going down that way, platform coming down this way. I would have loved to see a picture of it. I'm sure I can Google it or something and check it out. But if anybody wants to check it out, possibly, like I said, I haven't looked it up yet, but Noonan, Georgia, old train station. See if you can come up with any pictures. You know, this will give you the idea what was once here and is not anymore. So it's a little raining out today. So I am not out in my A-Team van exploring. You guys probably didn't see this truck yet. That's Traveler. His name is Traveler. I've had it since brand new. It's a 2000 Dodge Ram 3500 dually. And I nicknamed him Traveler. And oh boy, that smell is back. Oh, it smells so good. Now it smells like steak. But anyway, I'm going to clean up. I'm going to put this bottle away. And I got a few hours before I got to go to work. So I'm going to see if I can find another spot to maybe look for some more bottles. And if not, it won't be that long of a video this time. Hey, check it out, guys. The gates just came down. Nice. A little bit of a treat. Forgot to turn my lights off. I actually just stopped over here really quick to check something out. Got this cool old water tower right here. This old factory. And over here, looks like a couple old silos for a farm or something. So that's what I actually came here to check out. Now this little factory right here, in that woods right there, there's a little train trestle. The tracks actually came through right here. You actually see part of the track right there. Train track sort of went here into that old factory right there. You can see a little bit more right here where it would have ventured off. More things that are long gone. This train is probably going to be really long. Being that there were 3 engines pulling it. I'm actually gonna try to look up there to see what these old towers are right here. See, it looks like old silos, but you can see that it was cemented over here, and there's some like cement like blocks that make the ramp that go up. So I'm gonna go check these out, so stay tuned. All right, there's like a ladder right here. You can see the ladder that goes up. I don't know if this had something to do with that factory or something completely else. I mean, it could have been a farm, or Actually, you know what? Look at the cement. You can see the cement right here. The ladder. There's like some sort of metal thing with a hose on it. This could have been like a cement factory. They possibly made cement here. These things here are both connected together. You can see there was like a track system that went inside here. It would have brought something from one side to another. I just got to kind of be careful what I'm doing over here because there actually is a police station right there. So I just got to make sure I'm not trespassing on anything. Just enough to explore and look to see what was once here. All right, I'm walking up the ramp over here. I'm going to see what's on the other side. By the looks of the fence and the barbed wire, I don't think this thing right here had anything to do with the railroad. I mean, I could be wrong, but... Oh, this is weird. This ramp right here actually has railroad tracks. One there, one there. I'm trying to figure out what this possibly could have been. I don't see trains going up here, and although there's a track system down there, you can see the conveyor belt. It goes down through here and actually through that tunnel. There's actually a tunnel down there, which makes me wonder now the trains were able to dump stuff on that side and would actually go. These towers were filled by rail. Rail cars came over here and were able to fill up those towers. I don't know if I can get on the track without getting... I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to try. That'll be for another day because I am next to the police station. But I can almost guarantee if I go on that track over there, I could probably look inside that tunnel. Well, you know what? Before they decide to change it or destroy it and it's gone forever, police station or not, I'm going to go over here and look. I didn't see a sign that said no trespassing, even though you're not really supposed to go on railroad property, and I do not condone that. Here's another railroad brake shoe for a train car. I just want to look over here and see this spot right here. I mean, come on, I'm not breaking nothing. I'm not destroying nothing. Just documenting stuff. Now, obviously, this would have been changed or something, but that tunnel is down here. I don't know if I can get in there, but the conveyor system would have went underneath. Now, there may have been a track right here. I don't know. This obviously was probably all redone, but it might have had an area right here, because I don't see nothing on that side, but it might have had an area right here where the train cars were able to dump the stuff right here on this spot, being that this is kind of the track not being used. Would have dumped the load and would have got brought up and filled up into them towers. I'm going to try to peek my head up under there and see if I can see anything. All right, so I'm on the other side over here, and I was telling you how those railroad tracks come around. Excuse me. They come around to this old factory. And if you look right here, you'll see the old train trestle that came in. Now, the only reason why they would put a trestle right here, okay, especially when there's flat land here and flat land on the other side. Well, if you look underneath, obviously it's filled with water and it's all collapsed and everything. But you see this part of the building with the smokestack and those doors right there? That would have been the powerhouse. That would have been where the boilers are. That would have, got heat and maybe power for this factory. Well, the train cars would come in here and drop coal. And there was, they would either come with wheelbarrows or whatever, a small machine, and pick up the coal from underneath those tracks where it would dump it, and they'd pull it into the building. And that's how this building here got the coal delivery for the building. And over here, the tracks would have probably continued on, and the building itself would have got other deliveries also, along with, the coal delivery. So you can see, like right there, I'm trying to put both my fingers on either side of the bridge. Right there is where it came in, and right here, and this loading dock is literally right up to the tracks. So they would have had, the train cars were able to pull up right here and unload supplies into the building. Let's see if I can possibly go down and get a good view of the trestle. All right, my battery's going dead here, so I'm gonna have to make this part of this video short. So this is where they would have dropped the stuff, and it would have obviously came in through them doors right there. This is pretty neat. There's a lot of water flowing right here. I don't know where it's coming from. I mean, it's been raining, but it's just weird how it's coming through over there. Cool little channel. I wonder if there's any gold. I'll bet you if you scoop some... See, there's a hole right here. There's a nice hole right here. See, Georgia is part of the gold belt. I'll bet you if you pan down in there, you might find something. Not far from here, along those railroad tracks, there was a cut in the side of the hill right there, and had a perfect view of a quartz vein. And obviously, gold comes up in quartz. And you can get a better view right here where the powerhouse was and where the exhaust came out and out the stack. And there's a lot of water running right here. Not exactly sure where it's coming from. Pretty cool. I like the way they did that. But pretty cool old factory right here. And I could see inside the crack right there, there's no roof. So this part where the old boilers were, it has been collapsed. So that part of the building is definitely not being used for anything. I'm gonna go back to the truck and put my phone on charge and see where I end up next. All right, so guys, I'm gonna finish this video off over here on this segment. And this is actually pretty cool. This is called Starr's Mill. You could actually pause it and read if you want, but it had to do with Indian land and all that sort of stuff. There was a mill here. There was a little power generating thing here. It's pretty cool. As I said, you can pause it here and read it for yourself. But there's a really cool thing about this location. It's actually a movie filming site, and I'll show you that in a minute. So here's the mill pond. This right here was the old generator. It made power. You can see the water turbine down below there. And when that turbine spun, it turned that pulley right there. Now, I would have been inside of a building right here. You can see the walls have collapsed. There's another piece of part of machinery down there which would have had a belt on it. But this section right here, this would have been a building. And the foundation would have went all the way down through here. And you can see where whatever this was here, I mean, it would have had some sort of machinery that went into the building, but they produced power right here. Just a really cool scenic thing. Here's the old mill right there, Starr's Mill. Go down here a little bit here. I'll show you the so the water came through here It came rushing through here, spun the turbine, which moved that wheel. This here, they would have been able to open this right here. This let the water inside went that way, which turned the turbine. And also they were able to dump water out and, you know, regulate how fast this thing would actually turn. Up here would have been, you see these bolts here, they would have been able to open up a door, a trap door, just like that one. That's a newer one right there. And you can see the cement. So this right here was right here at one time. But they moved it to this spot here so the water wouldn't keep flowing down here and erode this whole thing out. But like I said, this was a filming location here, and I will show you that in a minute. Oh, a little added thing here before I get to the other side. This spot right here, you can see where the road goes down in. The river, well, a little river, goes right on the other side of that hill right there that you can't see. That used to be the original road. Before they even built a bridge, well, right here, that was the road. They never actually had a bridge. And what they had there was called a ford. In horse and buggy times, they were able to cross the river. I mean, it's not really that wide, but the horse and buggies actually crossed the river right there. And what's really cool about that is if you look in that spot, in that location where that road used to go through, you will actually find horseshoes. And hopefully I can get a video for you guys when it gets warmer and I can get that. This is part of the original road up there. It would have came down through here and went straight across, and it would have ended up right where those people are walking on the other side there. But this is like a little park. They got some swings and some old gas station signs. This is pretty cool. It's just Stars Mill Park in Fayette County, Georgia. That ford was right there where you can see the water start doing a little bit of rapids. That's where the horse and buggies used to cross right there. All right, so for you, let's see here. All right, I had to think for a second here. The movie, kind of a chick flick, really good movie. I love it. Sweet Home Alabama. All right. Now, I know you saw the movie Sweet Home Alabama. And if you haven't, it's a really good movie. You will recognize this now. All right. I'm not standing in the exact spot, but I will post a picture here. All right. So, as I said, I would post a picture of the filming location for Sweet Home Alabama. You can see that walkway that I showed you where those rocks start, and if you look to the bottom of the building, you'll see where they covered it with bushes and made it look like a restaurant underneath. Well, now you know what's really underneath. But pretty cool. It's amazing what movie magic can do. This spot right here, underneath, they had it all landscaped nice. There was a little bridge right here, a little arch bridge, and I'll show you some spots left over from filming. All down there, that's actually underneath the mill. And some of the wheels and stuff are there. I'll show you that before I leave. But they had that blocked off, and it looked like they had a door there, and it said restaurant. All right, that was just for movie magic. But this is from the filming, Sweet Home Alabama, where they were selling the glass. Now, you'll see the archway in that picture, all right? It goes here. These paver stones is left over from filming. This is where you would have started over on the bridge, and you would have walked across to this side right here. The movie company put these here. This is where they put the door that said restaurant. And obviously, here's where they were selling That building is also in the movie. You'll see that if you watch the movie. But underneath this old mill, you will see, which is really cool, all the original workings. When the water was powered through here, all the belts would have came through. They would have had spots in the floor where the belt came, was able to come up and power everything and whatnot. I thought that was pretty cool that they actually left some of this stuff here. I don't know how long it's actually going to be here for. If you look, that piece of wood right there is ready to go. That's a lot of weight right there. That piece of wood is gone. That one's gone. This one here is gone right here. And this one here is pretty much the only one that's holding it in. I hope they get to it before this whole thing comes crashing down. But I'm going to actually end the video here. I am only about 6 miles from my house. So, there you have it, folks. If you like my videos, obviously like, share, subscribe, comment, do everything you got to do that you're supposed to do on YouTube. Anyway, have a good week, and have a good week, folks. It's Sunday today, so I only do my videos on the weekends. So from me and Traveler, see you later. Thanks for watching.